Hello YouTube, welcome back to yet another video, and today we're going to be reacting to the top 50 scariest public information films in the UK by Hello, I'm a Pizza. They make a lot of content based on like PSAs, PIFs, and all that stuff. The biggest difference between PSAs and and PIFs is that PSAs are little short 30-second commercials you see on TV, usually regarding some real-world problems and stuff. Public information films are literally the same as a PSA. The only difference is that they show it in a theater before showing a movie, and they're a lot longer, and they don't have to abide by TV guidelines to get their point across or show or portray any real world issues in its most graphic detail. So they don't have to abide by like TV guidelines. Now this is a very long video, but we're gonna definitely get started with it. Hopefully you guys will be with me by the end of the road. Let's get started. Oh god, I remember this song. It's from Salad Fingers. It's from Salad Fingers. For those of you who don't know, it's a very disturbing YouTube animated series. It says, welcome to my countdown of the top 50 most scariest public information films. We're going to look back at some of the most scariest and disturbing PIFs the UK's ever produced over the years from the 70s right up until today. Please try to relax. Droid, a Green Cross code from 1970. Oh yeah, Green Cross, like Green Cross code made like a ton of there's like a ton of these, and they all revolved around the same thing: kids crossing the roads and not being careful and teaching them how to. The one thing that I will give, and I'm sorry for pausing now, I'll let it play. One thing that I will say about most of these public information films is that as terrifying as they are, they did get their points across. More so, especially the ones from the 70s, more so than most of the PSAs that we have in America and everything. But we're gonna let it play now.
Look, it's Green Cross Man.
Looks like you two need a lesson in crossing the road. My little friend is going to show you how. First, find a safe place to cross.
Here?
A safe place away from parked cars, where you can see the road is clear and drivers can see you. Stop near the curb, but not too close. Look all around and listen for traffic. If traffic is coming, let it pass. When there is no traffic near, walk straight across, looking and listening all the time. We won't be there when you cross the road, so always use the Green Cross code.
Or Splink. That was another one that it. Francis the Firefly, fire kills. Oh yeah, there's a lot of fire kills, PIFs.
Because Francis was still a very young firefly, her tail wouldn't glow like those of the grown-ups, and this made her feel very sad. I can give you a glowing light, said Cocky Roach. Francis knew that Cocky was a very naughty young cockroach, but she couldn't resist. They lit a match from a box that Cocky had taken from his mummy's kitchen without her knowing. Francis knew she was doing wrong, but Cocky had her under his spell. Grasping the match, Francis took to the sky. Oh, what fun, Cocky chattered. The flame grew larger until it reached her wings and burnt her. In pain, she let the match drop to the ground. Soon the whole of the kingdom was burning. The following day, King Chrysalis said, "We'll have to build everything again." Francis realized how foolish she'd been. In time, she got better and helped rebuild the kingdom, but she never forgot the words of her king. Remember, he said, never play with matches. And Cocky Roach never dared show his face again. Remember, never play with matches.
I like how straight to the point that one was. Strangers, Charlie says, 1970.
Charlie and I
Oh,
were in
stop
the park.
motion.
Then this man came up and said, would I like to see some puppies? And I said yes.
There's a lot of these
And I was
PIFs actually.
going to go, but Charlie stopped me. Charlie's reminded me, my mum says I shouldn't go off with people I don't know. Then the man went away. We went and told Mummy, and she said we'd been very good. I got an apple and Charlie got something he likes. He says never go anywhere with men or ladies you don't know.
What I will say to that is that there's a lot of Charlie Says PIFs. There's actually a lot of them from the 70s. That's just one of many that that Charlie was in. Of course, Charlie was the cat. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there, and it literally involved like the cat trying to, you know, help his owner not like be coerced into things that could potentially lead them to being victims or whatever. There's a lot of them, and I'm pretty sure someone in the comments is gonna say, "Oh wow, it's South Park style." To be fair, South Park got its animation style from the classic stop motion puppeteering kind of animation. That's literally what it was. It was like it was like a combination of like traditional animation and stop motion at the same time. It's a unique animation style, I must say. Tufty, 1973. Oh, speaking of stop motion.
One fine day, Tufty is playing on the grass with Bobby Brown Rabbit. But Harry Hare and Willy Weasel are playing out by the road, near the cars and buses. Poor Willy. The car has knocked him down. Very luckily, Mr. Policeman Badger comes along to help. "Oh, my word," says Policeman Badger. "You are both silly boys to play in the road. Now Willy's been hurt. He won't be able to play with you for a long time. Never play near the road."
I like how straight to the point that one was. You never know, think you know.
My hobbies are football, cycling. I like playing in the street, and I like going down to the park and stuff. I like collecting medals, like football medals. I like the way they're presented and stuff, because some are shiny and some are like blue, silver, green and stuff like that, but they're always, the ones that I pick are always like blue but with shiny bits on. I always make sure that if I have a football player, it ain't just one with a leg out, it's one with an actual football on it.
Pedophiles usually. Oh yeah, I remember those early days when there was a possibility of running into those kinds of people.
This is the sound of a car crashing into a parked car at 30 miles an hour. Here it is again in slow motion. That strange sound was the backseat passenger who wasn't wearing a seatbelt hitting the seat in front. That thud is the sound of the passenger's head hitting the driver. That's the sound of the driver being crushed by the weight of the passenger. The weird cracking was the passenger's thigh bone breaking as their knees hit the seat. That's the sound of the passenger, having killed the driver, sitting back down again. And that's the sound of a rear seatbelt being fastened.
No comment.
Okay, doctor's ready for you now. Would you like to go in second left?
You tell me this is the third time that you've blacked out and had these falls.
Roll your sleeves up for me, please. Straighten your arm.
This is just an ECG, which looks at the rate and the rhythm of your heartbeat.
I love the cinematography here.
This one will be 4 minutes. Really still.
The way the camera kind of passed that fence.
Well, it looks like your blackouts are the result of a form of epilepsy.
Well, this medication will help you control the seizures.
The next stage is to look at what triggers your epilepsy. Then we can develop some coping strategies.
You're looking very, very well. I'll make an appointment with the hospital just for a checkup, just to make sure everything's okay.
For more information on working in a team where everyone makes a difference, call 0845 60 60 655.
Oh. Game of Lights. Crime together will crack it. I think I remember these series of PIFs.
The game in the next 30 seconds is to guess which one of these houses have people at home and which ones don't. House number 1, in or out? House number 2, what do you think? And what about number 3? Made up your mind yet? In fact, they're all empty. But if you were a burglar, which one would you think was your safest bet? If you want to keep them out, make them think you're in. Crime. Together, we'll crack it.
Okay. BHF Stone. Oh, I know this one. This is the one with... I know this one. This is the one with Rowan Atkinson. This one's also considered a terrifying PIF. Especially with the way... And for those of you who don't know, Rowan Atkinson is Mr. Bean. And he was... And I also knew him in the live-action Scooby-Doo movie. Specifically the first one. And he's also the voice of Zazu in the Lion King. So, yeah. I think it's safe to say a lot of people know who Rowan Atkinson is. But he starred in a rather terrifying PIF. And I talked about it, and I talked about this in my top 20 video. And I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I'm gonna just let it play out, and then I'll tell you exactly what made it terrifying.
Look, I know you're supposed to be hard, but let me try and explain.
That's what she said.
Giving blood is a very good thing to do. How can you be so cold about it? Don't you understand? Without blood donors, there'd be no operations, or treatment for blood diseases, or for burns, or for newborn babies. People with hemophilia would bleed to death. Am I getting through to you? I don't know, they were right. It's like trying to get blood out of a... Oh, thank you.
Before we move on to the next one, all I'm gonna say is the way Rowan said thank you when the stone started bleeding when he hit it. So the whole PIF, he's just chastising the stone for refusing to donate blood for people who need it, which is why blood donors is a thing, because some people can't be operated on without, you know, a similar amount of blood from other people of different blood types donating that blood so that they can work on these procedures and ensure the survival of many of these patients, whether they're adults or kids or whatever. So there's a reason why blood donors is a thing. Not to turn this into a whole medical lecture, I'm not an expert on that or anything, but I understand that's why they do it. But he's literally, but the stone is refusing to bleed, and then at the last second he finally does, and then Rowan's like,
oh, thank you.
The way he said it is just like, okay, I don't know. It's like, I don't know why he said it like that. He was like, oh, thank you. It's like, it's the way he said it. Worn tires, Joe and Petunia?
Nice view from up here, Petunia.
Yes, very nice, Joe. Worn tires kill. Worn tires kill. Are our tires worn, Joe?
Yeah, oh, I wouldn't think so, Petunia.
Well, I expect you've looked. You have looked, haven't you, Joe? Joe, have you looked at our tires?
Yes.
Recently, Joe?
Nice view from up here, Petunia.
Joe, are our tires warm?
Not warm, Petunia. They're a bit smooth.
Oh,
I know where it's headed. Yeah.
Nice view from up here, Petunia.
Yes, very nice, Joe.
Wait. Hold on. Time out. Oh, wait a minute. Did I see that right? Hold on. There's a lot of fire kills PIFs, by the way. I mean, I already said that, but did you see that? Originally, it was a whole tradition. It was a traditionally, okay. It took a turn for the, no pun intended. I just wasn't expecting it to go south the way I knew it was gonna go south, but just not in the way that I was expecting it to.
Junior, they're a bit smooth.
Like,
oh, that's nice.
This car spun out. Yeah, Yeah, and then it switches to real life.
Nice view from up here, Petunia.
Yeah, very nice.
And then that sudden that zoom. I don't like that. I don't like the way it zoomed in. That's just, I don't like that. I don't know. Call me weird. I don't like jarring zoom-ins. I don't like that.
Nice view from up here, Petunia.
Yeah, very nice.
It's like, I don't like. I'm sorry. The way it zooms in, it's not even like a smooth transition. It's just like,
nice
look
view
at that.
from up here, Petunia.
Yeah, very nice.
I'm sorry. I'm call me weird, y'all, but I don't like that. I don't like that.
You'd think you'd wake in a house fire, wouldn't you? But just 2 to 3 breaths of toxic smoke and you're unconscious. Your lungs fill up, just like drowning. Don't drown in toxic smoke. Test your smoke alarm weekly.
Carbon monoxide killer. Oh God, not this one. Oh dear. Carbon monoxide killer. Dante had this one on the list. I'll let it play. All I will say is, by the way, a lot of PIFs do this. This is a common thing we're going to see throughout this video. It'll start out very lighthearted, and then it's going to get dark real quick.
Good morning. Carbon monoxide from faulty gas appliances can kill. By law, landlords must have all appliances they provide safety checked by Corgi registered installers. Ask for proof now, or tonight it could be you.
Yeah, the woman passed away from it. Broken glass. BFI? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I remember this one. Oh God. This one's gonna make me cringe. Oh no, 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 no. God. Oh God, I just know it's coming.
The last place in the world to leave a bottle is a beach.
Ah! Ah! I am so glad it stopped. I'm so glad it stopped. Oh God, no, no. Oh my God, no. No, I don't like that. No. Stepping on glass barefoot. Oh my God, no. Oh God. Oh, I don't want to think about that. Oh God. Ooh. I'm actually so glad it cut off. I'm really glad. I don't like that.
If you hit me at 40 miles an hour, there's around an 8.
And what's the name of this PIF? It's 30 for a reason, I think.
If you hit me at 40 miles an hour, there's around an 80% chance I'll die. Hit me at 30 and there's around an 80% chance I'll live.
What the fuck? Okay.
Life depends on the warmth of the sun being trapped by a layer of gases that surround the Earth. We now produce so much of these heat-trapping gases that the layer is getting thicker, heating the world, changing our climate and threatening our way of life. As the world gets hotter, the climate will change and some of the extreme effects we have witnessed will become more frequent, making our planet a more hostile place to live.
hottest day ever recorded in Britain.
If we could see the gases, the causes of the problem would be obvious to everyone.
Yeah, there's a huge argument that can be made that all these plants are what's changing the climate. But to be honest, climate change happens all the time.
And if you could see the effect we are having on our planet, you'd do something about it. The solutions exist, and it's not too late to make a difference, but we have to act now, today.
Oh, that's a big behind bullet.
Industry and individuals acting together to tackle the problem. For more information and to get involved, visit climatechallenge.gov.uk. Tomorrow's climate is today's challenge.
This wasn't really a terrifying PIF at all. Not in the slightest. Welcome to the battery.
Will everyone please take their seats? Very shortly, your row will be divided into units of 3. Do not obstruct the gangways whilst the cages are installed. There is no cause for alarm. These cages are for your protection. Please cooperate with the surgeons. They will remove your teeth and nails. This greatly reduces the incidence of cannibalism. It is in your interest to comply. Eating, sleeping, and defecating may cause some discomfort, but your space allowance complies exactly with government regulations, and you have the satisfaction of knowing that you are part of one of the world's most cost-effective production systems. You have nothing to worry about.
I don't appreciate you looking at me.
This system has been tested on 45 million specimens, with, I might add, your approval. Welcome to the battery.
Okay. John Fatigue, think. Oh, it's another one of those think PIFs.
Tonight, John will die in his sleep. He's warm, comfortable, and has his family by his side.
Yep, sleeping behind the wheel. I knew the direction that this PIF was going in. Yep. Can't say I never saw that coming.
Think. Don't drive tired.
Escalator danger. 1971.
You find escalators everywhere these days, and we take them for granted. But don't take your child's safety for granted. Accidents can happen. Teach them the 3 safeguards. Stand still and don't walk down. Stand steady and hold hands. Stand clear, away from the sides and well within the yellow lines. Don't let this happen to your child. Stand still, stand steady, stand clear.
I'm just gonna say this right now. The fact that the UK had to make a whole PIF in the 1970s, mind you, they had to make a whole PIF where they were basically lecturing people about how to ride an escalator because you had people, because as they said, we take it for granted. It's like the people who were riding on them escalators and stuff, which I'm sure was brand new technology at the time. I could be wrong. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. There were people, I'm sure, that were very ignorant to the dangers of riding on an escalator, and they did so without any kind of rational thought or caution, to the point where they had to make a PIF film explaining how to ride an escalator safely. Because I ride escalators all the time. That's why I'm like, the fact that they had to make a PIF based on this it just goes to show how ignorant a lot of people are as far as like riding escalators or not being cautious enough. And their justification for it is, oh, I ride it all the time. Yeah, well, we all drive, and guess what? We all drive all the time. But does that mean that we should just do it recklessly? Anyway, that's the point I'm making. Here's another fire kills PIF.
Something's burn. Fire. Something's burning. Something's living room overloaded socket. Oh, spoil sport. Come on, Rosie. Something. Matches, come on, go for the matches, darling. Daddy put them there for you. Come on. Oh, Daddy. You put them out of reach. Matches, that's why it's too full and the heat's too high. Don't. Oh, don't. Something's good. Come on. Oh, the heat is too close to the curtain. Behind the door. Look what you've done. Bye-bye, house.
Why are you lighting a cigarette?
Don't give fire a chance.
Why are you just now waking up from a nightmare, seeing your whole house burn down, and then your first instinct is, you know what, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Fucking idiot. Football, play safe.
Hey, look.
Oh God, this PIF. Oh God, from 1989. I know this PIF. I've seen it before. It's another one of those PIFs where the children go inside of an electric facility, and then, to no surprise, they end up getting shocked and dying. Oh.
Look, over there, there's a football.
Oh, yeah. Keep an eye on you two. Whoa.
He's wearing earbuds and shit.
Place electrified.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Sneak into a power plant while wearing
I've
earbuds.
seen people working up there. Yeah, well, I don't particularly want to mess around with this type of stuff. It's not worth it. You're just scared of getting caught.
That's what you get. I don't feel sorry for them at all.
Stay safe. Stay out. Don't take a chance with electricity.
I blame the parents for the most part. Especially the older boy. The older boy is like old enough to have some sensibility, but he didn't. So I don't feel sorry for him at all. Why would I feel sorry for an idiot? Drinking and driving wrecks lives. One more day.
What are you drinking? Same again?
Yeah. These are another series of PIFs that we'll be seeing a lot. Drinking and driving wrecks lives. There's a lot of them.
What are you drinking? Same again? Yeah. No, not for me. What? I'm driving. You won't get pulled. Not on a Sunday. Get me a half.
Half is what girls drink.
What's the problem here? I've got to get down my mum's for dinner.
Oh, his mum's for dinner.
Mummy's boy. Come on,
Ew.
Dave. Just one more. All right, then get me a pint.
Ew.
Come on, Dave. Just one more.
Ew. That's disgusting. Ew. Thank God I wasn't eating anything. Anyway, Pfizer. Oh, God. Rat. What in the name of... Oh, God!
Rat poison.
Ew!
Just one of the dangerous ingredients that may be found in fake medicines purchased from illegal websites.
Oh! Oh, why would you do that? Oh, God, that's disgusting. Oh, my God, it can't get any worse than that, dude. Ew! That's disgusting. Ew! He pulled a whole dead rat out of his mouth. Ew! That's disgusting, dude. Damn. Oh, God. Oh, God, that's disgusting. Oh, my God. That's disgusting. Ugh.
The fire doesn't have to kill you to take your life. Call 08456 087 087 for your free fire safety handbook.
Oh, great, another fire kills. There's a lot of them.
Once upon a time, there was a dolly called Matilda. She was afraid of the dark. So the grown-ups put a nightlight in the bedroom. One night, Matilda thought she could smell something funny. It all happened so quickly. "Help! Help!" cried Matilda. Sadly, this is where the story ends.
It was a fucked up looking doll, so I don't feel bad for it at all. How much is that doggy? Oh, no. I gotta watch this PIF again? Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it. How much is that doggy? I hate it. You're about to see why.
Please give us £1, or we'll have to pull the trigger.
I'm gonna keep this short and to the point. Fuck whoever filmed this PIF. Whoever filmed this PIF. Whoever came up with this. And I mean this with the utmost conviction, the most emotion, and the most authentic way imaginable. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. But whoever came up with this, whoever filmed this, whoever put that gun to that dog's head, I don't care if this was a PIF, that dog clearly was terrified. Like, you saw how the dog backed up? You saw how the dog backed up when he pulled out the gun? He was scared. Probably didn't even know what the hell was going on. I get the point that they were trying to make, but whoever came up with this, and I mean this when I say this, you can go fuck yourselves! There, I said it. Moving on. I don't ever want to see that PIF ever again. I don't ever want to see it. I hate it. That's the worst one in the whole video. I hate it. Just going for a POV shot for the most part.
Please keep matches away from children.
That's terrifying. That is actually a pretty terrifying. Now you see him. It's another thing,
Now you see
PIF.
him. Now you don't. Now you see him. Now you don't. Now you see him. Now you see him. Now you see him.
That's fucked up. In the summertime, drinking and driving wrecks a lot. I hate PIFs like this. Look at how super lighthearted it is. Watch what's about to happen. went incredibly south. It went really south. Kite, play safe. Oh,
He was
yeah.
stupid. Trying to prove how tough he was. I had a go at them kids.
Why do you fly your kites around here, eh?
We thought it would be okay, but the wind changed.
Lucky they let go of it. They'd have been electrocuted.
We should have told the police.
Suppose he never knew about high voltage electricity.
You're crazy!
He ignored the danger signs.
Leave
132,000? That's death. That's immediate death.
Would go through the kite.
Look at you. Now you're about to get... Now watch what's about to happen. Wow, how shocking. I didn't know he was going to die. Look at him falling down. How shocking. I totally didn't see that coming. And I don't feel sorry for assholes like that. I just don't. Like, you knew the risks. You knew the risks. Even the kids down there were like, yo, you're being a fucking idiot. Like, I don't feel sorry for them at all. Oh, yeah. This is during the early... I don't know why there's no audio. Did I mute it? No, I didn't. There just is no audio. But yeah, it's one of those PIFs where, like, you know, during the early age of cell phones and stuff like that, and everybody was, you know, texting and all that stuff when they're supposed to be driving and all that stuff. Like, we were still relatively new to this medium. Look, see? Look at him, look at him. Walking across the street. Look at you. Look at you. Walking across the street. See, that kind of shit, I see that every day. People, would you believe me that this PIF was literally filmed in 2002? That's what it said. And people are still doing that. In 2025, in America, people are still doing that.
Or pay the price. From DOE, supported by AXA Insurance.
Yeah, people are still doing that. And I don't get it. Don't inject AIDS. I don't know what the symptoms are for AIDS, but I can imagine it's not exactly.
Mr. Reed, he's ready for you now.
I can imagine it's not pretty. Not pretty at all.
Well, Michael, the results of your blood tests have come through, and we have found antibodies that indicate that you are HIV positive.
The AIDS virus can live on dirty needles and equipment, so don't share. Because just one fix with an infected needle will really get you out of it.
That's messed up. That's really messed up.
Like most victims, Julie knew her killer.
Now it's become dual. Steven Spielberg.
It was her son, who was sitting behind her without a seatbelt. After crushing her to death, he sat back down.
Wait, whoa! Time out! Time the fuck out! Hold on! Can I see that again? Wait a minute, I didn't see that twist coming.
It was her son.
Oh my god.
He was sitting behind her without a seatbelt.
Wait, Wait, can that actually happen? Is that actually possible? Can you actually kill the passenger from the back seat from not wearing a seatbelt? Is that actually possible?
He was sitting behind her without a seatbelt. After crushing her to death, he sat back down.
I did not see that twist coming. I literally did not see it coming. That's... Oh my god. Frisbee, play safe. Oh god, I know this one. This was one of the earliest play safe PIFs.
We're not supposed to go in there. Oh,
this one's actually terrifying.
A gang of kids broke in yesterday. I saw them.
This is actually pretty terrifying. You'll see why.
Pass me that bit of wood.
A 66,000-volt shock killed a boy today when he broke into a substation. The electricity board warns children to keep away from substations. Never try to get toys back yourself. Otherwise, you may not live to play with them again.
Yeah, that one's actually a pretty terrifying PIF.
I am dying from motor neuron disease. Every day I'm more helpless as my muscles waste away.
If you ever come in my face like that again, pause. I'm gonna punch the damn screen.
There is no cure for my disease and no hope for me. But I want there to be hope for others.
I forgot the name of... What's the name of this PIF? It's called Fading? Fading, 1990. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting into the high scare factor territory. Terry.
There was no intent. It was never meant to happen. But yes, I killed somebody. I was driving home in the morning when I thought I was okay, but obviously I wasn't. I've left a husband and children without a mother and a wife, and I've got to live with that for the rest of my life. Very vivid nightmares. More realistic than anything I can actually remember. I'm just very sorry for my victims. The husband and the children and her family.
It got its point across, so nothing to add.
They call it throat cancer. They've come in and removed my voice box before they did this. They found out I got lung cancer as well. And the future plans right now are Alexander, my oldest, is coming over here for a holiday December 13th. I will be alive for that.
Call 0800 169 0169.
I don't even think I don't even think that PIF was terrifying as it was more sad. Because he was suffering. He didn't even live long enough to see his daughter and make that December 3rd. Anything. Oh god, this one. This one was also in my PIF's video. However, I mistaken it for a PIF being about physical abuse. What it's actually about is the cosmetics being tested and used on animals, and how the animals end up suffering because of the material that's on them.
When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your
This one's
face
actually pretty
with
fucked up.
gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Although
Every year, thousands of other animals suffer this ugly pain in the name of beauty. Please don't use cosmetics tested in this way.
Pretty terrifying. Yeah, I talked about that in my top 20 PIS video, which I think in the next video we'll definitely react to that. I usually don't like to react to my own videos, but it's been a long time since I've seen it, and I really want to probably add on to some stuff about it that I never had the opportunity to say. But you know, I thought it would be fun. But yeah, so that PIF was literally about all the makeup, cosmetics, and all this stuff. I mean, it's very common knowledge that animals are used when they're testing out makeup products before they sell them, so that they can ensure that it's safe for the human skin. But instead of testing it on other humans, they test it on animals instead, and so the animals are the ones suffering for it, you know. So that's just how it is. Like that's what I like about many of these PIFs. Here's another fire kills PIF, by the way. That's what I love about these PIFs. They tell it like it is. Oh look, Godzilla.
Make your plan. Get out alive.
Yep, they tell it like it is, which is, I would say for these PIFs, the higher the scare factor, the more realistic it gets.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Why would you hold on to the dynamite? Why would you do? Why would you do that? Kathy can't sleep. Oh, I know this one. I know this one. This one was also in the PIS video. Drinking and driving wrecks lives. Yeah, this one was also in the PIS video that I did with Dante.
How can she forget about it?
The whole PIF is just looking at Kathy the entire time.
She can't even sleep. She heard a kid at school say you were a murderer. I don't know what to tell her. How am I supposed to explain that you killed a little boy? I won't ever understand why you had to drive. Not everything's screwed up, isn't it? Well, isn't it? Look at me!
I'm not even gonna lie, dude. That was actually uncomfortable for me to watch. I mean, that was actually uncomfortable. Ugh. I mean, the whole PIF is just looking at Kathy while she's weeping, listening to her mother chastise her father for drinking and driving and killing a boy. And it's likely that Kathy saw the whole thing play out. Very likely. There's a lot of these kinds of PIS, but that's one of the most memorable. Shame.
Shall I tell you about
Oh no! Oh no, not this one!
I've flown across every time.
Oh no.
And I've seen lots Guess I've got everything I need.
Of course you had to go and drink before you start driving. Of course you did.
Never ever drink and drive. Could you live with the shame? From DOE, supported by AXA Insurance.
I apologize for constantly pausing and playing it. But if there's one thing that I hate seeing more than anything, regardless if it's entertainment or not, is seeing a child dying at the hands of an irresponsible adult. I fucking hate it. I hate seeing that shit. I really do. I really, really hate it. There's something about seeing a grown-ass adult who's more in control of what they're doing versus a child doing something that fucking irresponsible that ends with them dying. Fuck anyone who has hurt a child before because you're irresponsible. Let's move on. Sorry about that. Oh, the Samaritans. I remember this one. I'm just gonna spoil it real quick. She tries to talk, but all you hear is the sounds of a distorted guitar. Or at least, that's what it sounds like. It's like, yeah, that's what it is. It's like a distorted guitar noise. And for the record, she's trapped in a corner, and the PIF doesn't explain why she's trapped. It literally doesn't explain why she's trapped. So she's trying to say a word, but she can't get the words out. That's what makes this PIF terrifying, the noise that you hear. The fact that she's trapped in a wall, and then it backs away from her, presumably because she's nutty, who knows. Old electric blanket. I think I remember this one. Oh yeah, I do. I've seen this one before. Old electric blankets, yep. I'm not sure why it's muted, but yeah, they're basically about to lie on a blanket. It's electric, and well, you're not very careful with electricity. Well, pretty sure you already know what direction to take. All the more reason why I would never sleep with anything still plugged in that I'm laying on. I would never do it. The whole point of these electric blankets is to keep them warm. But,
on George and Betty's night of romance, things got a bit too hot to handle.
You know what it was? I think it might have copyrighted music, so that's probably the reason why the audio's off for the most.
Things got a bit too hot to handle.
AIDS, iceberg.
There is now a deadly virus which anyone can catch from sex with an infected person. But you can't always tell if someone is infected. And unless we're all a lot more careful, the people who've died so far will be just the tip of the iceberg. So protect yourself. It's safer if you use a condom. And remember, the more sexual partners, the greater the risk.
Try telling that to people in America in 2025. Try telling that to them. oh, you're just shitty. You're just being misogynistic or this or that. And I'm just like, even back in the 80s, they were trying to tell people don't go around having tons of sex because if you do, you increase the likelihood of catching an STD because there's more sexual partners. Some of whom have probably also have had tons of sex with a lot of different partners too. I mean, it's a common sense thing.
There is now a danger that has become a threat to us all. It is a deadly disease and there is no known cure. The virus can be passed during sexual intercourse with an infected person. Anyone can get it, man or woman. So far it's been confined to small groups, but it's spreading. So protect yourself. And read this leaflet when it arrives. If you ignore AIDS, it could be the death of you. So don't die of ignorance.
That was a public information film.
Public information film. Dark and Lonely Water, Drowning Prevention. Yep, here it is. The Spirit of Dark and Lonely Water right here. 1973 with Donald Pleasant. But yeah, it just goes without saying. Don't have a ton of sex. Stop having sex.
I am the spirit of dark and lonely water, ready to trap the unwary.
This might be my favorite PIF ever.
And this is the kind of place you'd expect to find me. But no one expects to find me here. It seems too ordinary. But that pool is deep. The boy is showing off. The bank is slippery.
By the way, that's Donald Pleasant's talking, by the way. That's his voice. Yes. From Halloween. Easily one of the greatest actors.
The show-offs are easy. But the unwary ones are easier still. This branch is weak, rotten. It'll never take his weight. Only a fool would ignore this. But there's one born every minute. Under the water there are traps. Old cars, bedsteads, weeds, hidden depths. It's the perfect place for an accident.
Oh, look, there's someone in the water. Quick, use that big stick to get him out.
Water.
Sensible children. I have no power over them.
Yep, sensible children, yep.
Hey, go over and get that thing to wrap him in. You don't feel cold, mate. How long was you in there? Ew, what thing?
I'll be back.
I'll be back. At least now we know where the T800 got it. Drinking and driving wrecks lives. Here we go. Another one. Eyes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Is she gonna be alright? Look, make her be alright. Calm down, sir.
You're the driver of the vehicle, sir?
No pulse, no response. Patient's still into the air.
You've been drinking, sir?
Charging up. Just a quick one. Clear. I thought I'd be okay. Stand clear. Charging up. Stand
She's
clear.
gonna be alright. They're doing the best they can.
Still no pulse. Still no response. Pupil's not reacting.
That had to be a man. That had to be a mannequin because the way the dead woman is kind of like moving. I don't know. It looks like it's a mannequin. I could probably understand why it would probably be tougher to use an actual woman. I'm just saying that from my perspective, it literally looks like a mannequin. I could be wrong.
I didn't mean it.
You know the risks. 1987. This was very common in the 80s. Very common. Like in the 80s, there was a whole AIDS HIV epidemic because there was a bunch of people having a lot of sex, and they were unaware of the STDs. Like They were climbing during the 80s because people were just fucking left and right. But they were clearly ignorant to, they were clearly ignorant to the dangers of promiscuity, sexual promiscuity.
Fancy coming back to my place?
Scavengers. Oh no! Oh no! The scavenger. I know this one. Lynx. I know this one. If you're eating anything, please, you may want to stop. You may want to stop eating right now. Because this PIF is pretty graphic. It's very graphic. So if you're very squeamish, I wouldn't watch it. Thankfully, I'm used to it, but you're not gonna like what you gotta see. You're not gonna like what you see. You're seeing a lot of insects, mostly flies. That scared the shit out of me, but you're about to see why. You're about to see why. It's getting worse. As you can see, it's getting worse. And voila! Yeah. Yeah. Yep, it's a PIF about how a lot of the clothes that we wear came from animals, which I mean at this point I feel like everybody. Well, not every single clothes that we wear is based off of animal stuff, but like for example, the one I'm wearing is a cotton shirt. But there are a lot of stuff out there as far like jackets and coats and all that stuff that use fur and all that stuff. Yeah, they came from animals. This is all true. And what they were doing was bringing awareness to that problem. Now for number one. I think I have a feeling what it's gonna be. Is it the PIF? The one with the mom who had a gun? Before we go into number one, I'd like to say this next PIF is unbelievably distressing. I think I know exactly which one he's talking about, and I even put it as number one on my PIF video. It's the one. For those of you who are going to be too squeamish, I'll just go ahead and spoil it right off the bat. I mean, I don't remember which one this one he's talking about, but there's a PIF that involved a mom who pulled out a gun from on the top of a refrigerator. She pointed the gun at the youngest child's head at a dinner table and then shot him to death, literally spilling his brains all over the fucking table, and everybody was disturbed and in shock and horror by what they saw. I feel like that's the PIF he's about to bring up. I can't think of any other PIF that's more terrifying, more shocking, and more sickening than that one. So if you're squeamish, if you're sensitive to this stuff, please do not watch. I have seen no other PIF that has ever shocked and sickened me like this one. I feel like that's the one he's talking about. Sunday lunch, Crime Stoppers. Yep, I think this is the one. Yep, yeah, I knew it. I called it.
Hi, you alright?
What's up?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh man, where's my fish fingers? You want some?
No.
Coming to pick up the kids from school tomorrow.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
No, blood. That Ray still was big, I like.
Hey, no, it was serious.
Big one.
I bet you any money, Anton flopped the show.
Hey,
Doesn't matter what the occasion, birthday, christenings.
I don't mean to throw race into this, but isn't it convenient how it's black people? I don't mean to throw race into it, but just an observation.
My man always finds a way
I'll
to
tell you
flop the show.
something, though. It was a good thing you man never come, because it was a big hype thing going on about last.
Look, see the gun. I'ma warn you right now. If you don't want to see it, turn the video off right now. What you're about to see is incredibly graphic. So if you don't want to see it, I suggest you turn around right now. Go to some other video. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
See, that's why I like having younger brothers and sisters. I stay indoors while the beef stays outside.
Thank God it's over. I got... I don't have anything else to say. I literally don't have anything else to say. You saw what you saw, and that's dark, dude. That's incredible. That's incredible. Give me 1 second. So to end things off on a positive note, I want to very quickly lighten the mood with this funny clip that a viewer of mine clipped from my Larry the Lone Wolf highlights video, just so that we can lighten the mood and end the video on a positive note after seeing that. Yes, they're on my ass. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I got the demons on my ass. Oh my God, I can't believe it. The demon's coming up right on my ass. Oh my God, I can't believe it. The demon's coming up right on my ass. Oh my God, I can't believe it. The demon's coming up on my ass. On my ass. They're on my ass. Yeah, I figured I'd end the video on a positive note after that. So good. We're good. We're gonna end this video on a positive note. Thank God. Thank the Lord. But yeah, the next reaction will definitely take a look more at some more PSAs, PIFs, whatever you want to call it. We'll definitely do that, and then what we're also going to do next also is that I want to react to the top 20 PIFs video that I did with Dante, because like I said, that video was I had fun with that video making it. It was hard, but there's also a few stuff I would love to add to it, but we'll definitely react to that in the next video. But until then, I'll see you all in the next video.